Do you have a male cat? Then you will probably associate it with the super weird things they do to their parent cats and the weird reasons behind them. Starting with this super weird action, biting and pinching you. If you have a male cat, you may have experienced this. It is a light bite on your hand, or maybe a playful bite on your ankle. This can happen when you are playing together, or even when your cat just wants your attention. Male cats are a bit playful, and this biting is their way of interacting with. Please subscribe to the channel so we can continue right now. Sometimes they can go a little overboard during playtime. Their instincts kick in, and what starts as a light bite can turn into a more aggressive bite. But don't worry, most of the time it is all just for fun. They are not trying to hurt you. It is just their way of showing excitement or affection. But why do male cats bite more than female cats? It all has to do with their playful and sometimes more active nature. Their male cats tend to be rougher and more messy. They tend to be more aggressive and enthusiastic during playtime, which can lead to more biting, which is part of their instinctive behavior. When playing, they mimic hunting and fighting skills more pronounced in male cats. On the other hand, female cats tend to be a bit more reserved and cautious. Even during play, they may swat or hit you, but they are less likely to actually bite or nip. Their play style is usually a bit more measured, and they are usually more careful not to cross the line between play and protection from pain. If you have ever felt like your cat is standing guard over you, then you are not imagining it. Male cats can develop strong protective instincts towards their owners. You can see them up close by keeping an eye on doorways or even positioning themselves between you and what they perceive as a potential threat. But why they do this is partly due to their territorial nature. Male cats tend to be protective of their space more, and that includes you, the human they love. They see you as part of their territory, someone they need to watch over and protect. This protective behavior is more common in males as they tend to have a stronger drive to protect their territory and the creatures they care about. While also being protective often manifests itself in other ways, they may be more likely to hide or watch from a distance rather than stand their ground. Their protective instincts are often more subtle, focused on nurturing and maintaining a calm environment rather than actively protecting how they play with you. If you have ever seen your male cat suddenly lunge at you or try to make you his personal wrestling partner, you know what we are talking about. Male cats tend to engage in rougher play, and sometimes that means using their humans as part of a chase and attack game. Male cats are often more strongly motivated to practice their hunting and fighting skills even when they are just playing. That is why when they play with you, they tend to be more physical with lots of chasing and even a few playful hits. They are tapping into their instinct, and sometimes that means treating you like one of their feline friends. Is that male cats are friendlier? A surprising positive to the territoriality of tomcats is that it seems to make neutered males friendlier to humans. Feral cats that are not cared for by their owners will behave differently depending on their sex. Queens will often form colonies around a common food source or shelter, looking after each other's kittens and even sharing food with members of the colony who can't hunt for themselves because they are injured or otherwise. Nursing males will often go off on their own when they are mature and will establish larger territories which they will then defend from other males. Males will sometimes groom or let females groom them, and sometimes they will even take turns looking after their kittens, but they will not get along with other tomcats. Neutered domestic tomcats are much less aggressive, but they are still more likely to spend more time with humans than other cats. Ride. You may have heard of the embarrassing habit some dogs have of riding on furniture or people's legs, but non-neutered male cats will do this too. Fortunately, you will be relieved to know that riding is not always a sexual act for tomcats. It can also be a way for them to assert their position in the social hierarchy or just to release excess energy. This is why you will sometimes see female and neutered male cats engaging in this behavior as well as dominance. Riding is not the only way that male cats will try to show dominance. Unneutered tomcats are particularly more likely to try and move up in the social hierarchy, can get to a higher position than you. Your cat may try to show dominance by claiming your favorite spot on the couch, staring at you unblinkingly from across the room, blocking your path in the doorway, or slapping you with their paws when you walk by. Handedness. You might be surprised to learn that humans aren't the only species with the concept of handedness. Although you can't exactly ask your kitten which paw they write with, scientists have been able to study handedness in cats by looking at which paw each cat puts forward when walking and which paw they use when hitting objects. Surprisingly for cats, whether they are right or left-handed actually correlates with their gender. Male cats are slightly more likely to be abandoned and female cats are right-handed. Pediatricians aren't sure why this has anything to do with hygiene when it comes to unspayed male and female cats. One big difference you might notice between the two species is that male cats tend to be less concerned with personal hygiene than female cats spend more time grooming when not in heat. and because they enjoy socializing with other cats. They may also rely on their friends to help keep their coats clean, compared to male cats who often neglect their grooming habits while looking for eligible females. Therefore, they tend to look significantly sloppy enough to be shocking. This doesn't seem to affect their ability to impress girls. Operatic singing. We've all seen the following scene play out in hundreds of different cartoons. A cat is singing in an alley at night. A human opens a window and throws shoes at them. Although throwing things at cats is never a good idea, this trope may have originated in the days before neutering cats was a common practice. When being woken up by a stranger's cat singing outside the window was an unfortunately common problem. Unspayed male cats are particularly notorious for their tendency to calm female cats in heat by howling as loudly as possible, which is their way of saying "I'm here" to the female, and also saying "Go away, she's mine" to any other male cats in the vicinity. As we've mentioned many times in this video, male cats can become very aggressive, but what you may not realize is that a cat's territory doesn't just mean the area they live in. Cats often include their humans in that category too. If your male cat seems aggressive when they see you interacting with another cat, it could be a sign that they consider you part of their territory. For the same reason, unspayed male cats are more likely to have difficulty accepting another cat, especially another male cat in their territory. That has always had to have a supervisor present when two new cats are interacting for the first time. But with unspayed male cats, it is more important, as there is a high chance that such an encounter could lead to a fight, as one or both cats may view the other as an aggressor. Ideally, neutering your male cat before bringing in another cat. Cats and their owners have a special bond, but some cats have a deeper bond than others. These imprinted cats will have a strong trust in their owners and will see them as their true parents. Watch this video to learn how to tell when your cat has imprinted on you. Interesting secrets about horse cat behavior that you may not know. Scientists have studied paw dominance in cats by observing the paw they hold out before walking or when they hit objects. Surprisingly, in cats, left or right paw dominance is linked to gender. Male cats tend to be slightly more left-footed, while females are more right-footed. Researchers are still investigating why this is the case, especially when it comes to grooming behavior. When it comes to grooming habits, there are significant differences between equine and non-designer female cats. Female cats tend to spend a lot of time grooming their fur, especially when not in any kind of educational environment. We even enlist the help of other cats in our group to keep our fur clean. Meanwhile, equine cats, especially those of unsophisticated humans, tend to neglect grooming while they are busy looking for a mate. As a result, they tend to have a more feathery appearance. But this should not affect the female cat's ability to be a symbol. Male cats and alley opera singing. We all know the familiar cartoon image, a cat in a dark alley, the store singing loudly throughout the neighborhood, and then throwing shoes at him. While throwing things at cats is never a good idea, this howling behavior of horse cats actually comes from instinct. Before the widespread practice of neutering cats, this meowing was the way horse cats announced to female cats, "I'm here," and sent a warning to other cats and dogs that, "Stay away. She belongs to me." Territorial behavior and jealousy. Male cats are not yet fully aware of their territory, and that is not limited to physical space. For them, territory also includes you, the people they love. If your horse seems upset or aggressive when he sees you paying attention to another cat, it may be because he sees you as a piece of property that needs to be protected. For this reason, a fully neutered horse cat may have difficulty accepting the presence of a new cat, especially if it is also a horse cat. How to minimize conflict in multiple cat ownership. When introducing a new cat to the household, it is important to supervise the initial interactions between the cats, especially if one of them is not fully neutered. Conflict can occur because both cats view the other as a territorial invader. To reduce the risk, you should breed a kitten before bringing in another cat. This will not only help limit aggressive behavior, but also make it easier for both cats to get along. Emotional imprinting between cats and humans. Some cats form particularly strong bonds with their owners. Cats who imprint on you will see you as more than just a companion, but also as a true parent. They will be happy to ease into you and try to be with you as much as possible. Subscribe to our channel today so you don't miss out on interesting and useful information about cat behavior. You will discover more surprising things about your furry friend, helping you understand and love them more every day.